up. Boys, we're going to assert our dominance over the server by building a wall from one side to the other and separating it north and south. It's going to be the Great Wall of Rust. Yeah, LOLOUT.
Fucking it's
boys,
trapped.
come over here.
Fucking it's trapped.
All here today as members of the Faceless LOLOUT fan base. I'm gonna let Yakman tell you. I'm gonna let Yakman tell you what we're doing.
The plan was simple. Build a giant high wooden external wall all the way across Rustralasia's new map after wipe. On paper, this sounds great. However, we soon realized that things were not going to go as smoothly as we initially hoped. But tally-ho, we all said, and onwards we marched. Regardless, our first point of call was obviously to collect wood. If you want a quick way to sum up the entire event, collecting wood is a pretty accurate term. We spent a lot more time chopping than we did actually building the wall, but that's to be expected. When it peaked, there was at least 30 of us in the group, so we managed to collect quite a lot of wood quite quickly. However, I'm sure many of you would have already keyed on to the fact that a group of 30 nakeds running around with hatchets isn't going to go well. The server very quickly flooded with people, which made gathering wood just that little bit harder. Also, building a large wall of this magnitude had never been done before in Rust, especially on a server this populated. We knew what we'd be in for. But it is a lot of wood, and I mean a lot of wood, unfathomably high amount of wood that we would have to gather. I would also like to apologise to our fans who weren't able to join us on this endeavour. Here in the UK, Rustralasia is based literally on the other side of the world, which meant players internationally had a hard time joining. This was not helped by the fact the server was DDoS during our initial playtime. This is partly our own faults, of course, as we did publicise the event to shit, and it ended up with far too many people trying to join. I ended up breaking my world record for ping, which is now 200,000, so that was quite fun, and hard to deal with. Nice little example of average lag on screen now. Fighting through the adversaries, however, the wall began to take shape, which is when another problem came to mind. 30 random naked people all trying to work together. There's bound to be a problem. There was a little degree of infighting. We had players try and sneak in the group and then sabotage us from the inside. It was really quite pathetic. Then of course there's wolves and bears. What lovely creatures to fuck up your day. At some points it really was like you just sorted one problem out and then you got fucked in the ass by a bear. It was difficult to deal with. We didn't have the time to get kitted with guns or armor or anything like that really, so when a bear attacked it was really just survival of the fittest. Always helped by the fact that bears can literally take 452 arrows before bleeding out, so All was not doom and gloom, however. We had amassed an army, a troop of men who were destined to do great things. Like build a really big fucking wall in a video game. With all these bodies all gathering wood, nothing could stop us. Very shortly, the wall began to take real shape. We developed a system of gathering in groups, and then convening for crafting the actual walls themselves. On paper, and generally this does work, and the wall began to take on some serious length. Roof campers were a problem. For some unknown reason, people didn't seem to like the fact we were building a wall right across the middle of the map, sometimes even around their bases. So la-de-fucking-da, we got shot at every other corner. People on the roofs with bolties, people jumping in the group with Thompsons. It was really manic at some points. In order to prevent more killing from inside our ranks, we developed yet another system. Faceless and LOLOUT turned into F and L, which we insisted players put at the start of their names if they wanted to avoid an untimely death. This way, everyone in the group would be distinguishable by their tag, and this seemed to work by majority. However, people started to exploit our system. And I'm not talking, oh, there's a big group and let's see if we can merge with them exploitation. I'm talking people literally changing their Steam names to have FL included, blending with us, sometimes even working for us, and then eventually pulling out a pipe shotgun and blowing us to pieces. Fighting through, the wall was getting there. As you can see, we conquered hills, we conquered bases, we conquered rivers. There was no stopping the steam train that was Faceless and LOLOUT. Occasionally we did take the fight to the enemy. It was hard to resist. With so many people we could literally turn wooden walls into mush within a couple of minutes. This is a prime example. The two chaps inside this base thought it would be a good idea to harass us with crossbows just one too many times. As a group, we halted our wood harvesting duties for a little bit of wreckage.
Did we get him?
I very quickly became blood drunk, and my eagerness did get the better of me. Turns out running into a 1-by-1 room with 2 men armed with hatchets and bows isn't the best idea. I'll chalk this one up as a learning lesson. 15 people, 1 bean can grenade. Yes, it went fucking awfully.
Fire up with all your food.
Oh, ouchie.
Nice job.
Thank you. It's like, oh, so fucking god. I'm just gonna sit on it.
Uncle.
Playing the game of chicken. Playing chicken here.
Pick it up, boys. Pick it up.
Someone grab that bean can.
The password to the
I got
challenge.
That is not cool.
Who's got it? Who's got it? That guy's got
What are
it.
you doing?
Oh, there it is. Look at it. It's looking good.
Stop the
Oh,
nah, bro. I had a crossbow.
I
Don't
fucking
leave my
died,
body,
dude.
please. No,
Bro,
no,
nah.
no.
So yeah, that happened. Guess what everyone, we were attacked again. However, this time I did have the blessing of a spear, which did help things along a bit.
It's teamwork.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
all these people
Go
get
here,
bagged in now.
asshole.
Can somebody bag me in?
No.
000.
I'm just taking his arrows.
I ran out of cloth after I bagged, so I'm so done.
Oh, I just realised I'm in the wrong
Where's
fucking
he?
zone.
Oh, what the fuck? I just got.
Oh god.
I'm in the low pop.
What the fuck?
Wow, I just got back. I'm just gonna say.
Get me up, get me up, get me up, get me up.
Who's who?
Bro, no, there's tons of people.
It's a black
Oh, ouch.
What's happening? What's happening? Who's who?
I don't know what that guy's
Discerning who was who in the fleshy, naked, penis-infested rabble we called our group was a bit of a problem. However, these are all just minor setbacks, and a good spear between the eyes usually sorts out most problems.
Nice. Judgmental. Someone just killed him. Wait.
Oh,
Omega.
he's the guy that I got this
Omega
crossbow
had-
from.
Omega has
Fucking nice. On the 3rd day of filming, my true love said to me, "Get this fucking wall done." It was starting to get big, and I mean really big. So big in fact that players had tended to build bridges over the top instead of walking all the way around it. By the way, there is a run we all did later, and it did take over 10 minutes to run the whole thing. As you can see, the wall was looking marvelous. The hours and the manpower that had been spent getting it all done were literally incredible. The time had finally come to place the final walls. We didn't quite manage to get it from one end to the other, but it was damn close. We had invested far too much time into it, and were prepared to call it a day. Choreographing this many people to do this amount of work is an incredibly difficult challenge, and I have to tip my hat to Faceless. He did a fantastic job organizing the event and keeping everyone in check. No easy feat, may I tell you. I must also thank all the wonderful people that came on and helped us achieve this endeavour, and those who came on and helped us deserve the biggest of rounds of applauses. Well done you, and thank you very, very much. Big thank you to Smile Before Death too, who came on during our hour of need. Thank you, Smile. That wood was well used. And lastly, one more time, Faceless. Without him, this whole event would never have happened. If you're watching this video right now, subscribe to our channel, or maybe just watching it as a passer through. For God's sake, go and check out this guy's channel. Constantly delivering quality content. The hours this guy sinks into his work are literally unfathomable. Go and subscribe to him if you haven't already. It will not be a bad decision, I assure you. An annotation to his channel is literally all over the screen now, so just click to go and see it, or check the description, where his channel will also be available to see. Thank you to all those watching, a big thank you to all those who took part, and I'll see you next time guys. Tally ho.